What is up, guys? Your producer Shelzer here, and I'm giving you guys my top 5 good guys in video games or protagonists of all time. I'm doing this based off of good guys that are not necessarily cool like in my last video, but necessarily like got good guys that were good from the very beginning. So no anti-heroes will be in this one, and no people that got good for a specific reason or for a specific just because they want something. So basically, the Joel from The Last of Us and Lara Croft from Tomb Raider are basically people in that category will not be on this list. And I'm doing this video as like a counter from my other video that I did yesterday. I figured might as well, right? Because I did a top 5 bad guys. Let's do a top 5 good guys. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get started. At number one, Jesus Christ, I'm always doing that shit. At number 5, we have Johnny Cage. I put Johnny Cage on the list because I feel he was always good from the start. You know, it was him and Sonya Blade fighting, but I put Johnny Cage because not only did he fight for the good, but he fought for his family, and I felt like that was a big deal because he was always out there fighting, and he was an actor at first, but after he got talked into fighting with Raiden, and he was like, you know what, this fight the good cause, this is something that we need to do, and so he just decided to be like out there and start fighting. He was always a good guy when he was an actor, so like he was never hurting innocent people or anything, but I figured like he finally realized it. That's why I put him on the list, because he realized that this whole thing was serious. So I put Johnny Cage at number 5 because he was just out there and he started from the beginning, and he never became bad after seeing how Baraka and all those Shao Kahns and all those leaders that from the bad guys from the other world, they were like offering him and stuff, but he never did. He always sticked with the good. So yeah. At number 4, we got Sora from the Kingdom Hearts series. I put Sora at number 4 because he started off young. He was the youngest out of everybody, and he was always from the beginning, you know, ever since he met the Keyblade or meet the Keymasters, he was always after there and after that, and he was always like, you know what? Let's fight the darkness. So he never became bad. After that, he was always good. He always worked for the good side. He was always out there hoping. He was always out there helping people out, and he was always out there fighting for what he believed in. You know, he always believed that the darkness had to go. So if no one else is gonna do it, he's got to do it. And he worked with the Disney people too, and he was always working out there, and he was always helping people out. So I feel like Sora deserved to be on this list because he might have been young and the youngest one out of everybody, but he was damn sure the most good one. You know, he grew up basically in hard times, so he felt like, you know, the world could change, and so he put him on there, and it was just a good. I felt like it was great. So yeah, that's why he's on the list. At number 3, we got Chris Redfield. I put Chris Redfield on the 3rd, taking the bronze medal because he was always working for the army. You know, he was in the army. He grew up in the army, and he was just out there as a hero. He was always fighting the zombies. He never became bad. He never went to Umbrella Corporation like Wesker did. He always believed that the zombies and all those viruses has got to go. So he always fought for the good cause, just like everybody else. But he never from the very beginning, he never ever betrayed. He never ever there. Everybody that betrayed him, he like they were like, you know, like left him. He never became bad. Like, you guys gotta understand that. He was betrayed by Jill. Jill went to the other side. Wesker went to the other side. Some of his other people, you know, Sheva ended up leaving or whatever. And he never let his emotions get to him. He never let, even though if he really cared about him, he still fought for the good people. He still fought for the innocent. And he still believed in that this world could come back to a living civilization. So that's why I put Chris on the field. Because, you know what? He out of all the characters, he's the one that's always going to be just the one that's never given up. You know, think about it. If you think about it, he's never given up. He's never lost his hope. He's always thought the world can go back to civilization. So that's why he's at number 3. At number 2, I put a character that we all can relate to. I put Mario. And I'm laughing because, you know, it's Mario, and he's just out there. He started off as a plumber, and, you know, every time he's always out there. He's always good. He's never fighting for bad people. He's never working for the other bad kingdom. He's always working for the good. He's working for the Toads. He's helping people out. He's always from the very beginning, you know. And no matter how much and how bad Peach leaves or how bad Peach gets kidnapped for whatever reason, we don't know. But no matter what happens to Peach, he's always willing to go and save her. You know, that's true hero-ship. You know, because he believes Peach is innocent. He believes it's not Peach's fault. So no matter what happens to Peach, he's always out there to save her life, and he's always out there to go. And he's a risk taker. You know, he's Mario. He goes out there and he risks his life for people, and he risks his things. So, and he's doing all these jumping and shit, and it's just crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Mario, I see you. Mario is definitely one of the biggest risk takers of the heroes that I've ever seen. At number 1, taking the gold medal, we got Alex Mason from Call of Duty Black Ops series. I put Alex Mason on here because, well, he's always out there fighting, and he's always up. You thought I would put Alex Mason? Get the fuck out of here. I'm just kidding. I'm not putting Alex Mason on here. At number 1, for realsies, we got Master Chief from the Halo series. I put Master Chief at the real number 1 because he grew up hard in harsh times. You know, he was abducted by aliens, or not aliens, but he was abducted by the army, and he was forced to become a hero. And I know in the beginning I said they were good at the beginning, but I felt like Master Chief, he was destined to be this hero. I feel like he was destined to go, and he was destined to fight. You know, that's why I put him as number 1, because he wasn't his terms to go and become a soldier, but since he was forced to become a soldier by his destiny, his fate, and after that, and after seeing all this shit that was going on, that's when he was like, that's when he started realizing that this world is going to shit, and these aliens have to be stopped. And after that, he starts developing as a character. And I said that I'm not gonna they don't have to be good from the beginning, but he's always been good at the beginning. There's never a point in Master Chief's life where he thought, oh, I'm gonna go and be good now, or I'm gonna go and I'm gonna fight. You know, he was destined. There's a difference. He was destined to become good. That's why I like Master Chief at number 1, because he fought for the good, and he was always fighting. And even when the Orbit people, what's that guy, the weird guy, the black guy, the weird alien, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll probably put a picture up, but that alien, when he betrayed his own kind to go and join the good people, and Master Chief found out, he still had a good heart to actually say, all right, you know what, I believe you. Maybe you can help us out fight. So after that just proved that Master Chief is number 1, because he has a good heart. And in the end, I know that he has a badass armor, he has badass steel and everything, but in the end, he does have a heart, and he does believe that the world can go back, and he does believe that, you know, no matter what, he's got to fight evil, and he's been fighting evil his whole life from day 1. So he's never stopped, just like Chris Redfield. So I gotta hand it to Master Chief. But anyways, guys, if you guys noticed on this list, I didn't put any characters from anime games or any of that bullshit, because the list for my villain one and my my list for this one is different from my villain one, because for my villain one, I was willing to let from comic books and all that, because villains from comic books ended up becoming big on video game consoles. However, I feel like there's a lot more video game villains. No, not my bad. Fuck, one take, man. I feel like there's a lot more video game protagonists than there is antagonists. So on this list, I made it a little bit more trickier to add the good guys that originated from video games only. My villain list, not so much, because I lenient it, you know, bended to the rules just a little bit, just to make it more more understanding. But this one, I wanted to make it more realistic, and I wanted to make it more understanding. So yeah, that's my list. Yeah, there's nothing really else to say. I go ahead and check out my vlogs, guys. I have my vlogs up. I have about 3 videos uploaded. I'm uploading another one today, and yeah, so I'll put a link in the description to my other channel. And thank you guys for watching. You guys already know, I gotta go.